You've already finished the input? Wow, you are really outstanding.
I'll take care of it on my own. My name is Keiichi Sato. I've been working at Tokimeki Systems, which deal with security systems, as sales for the past 4 years. However, Mr. Takei, thank you for everything. Sato, keep up your hard work since you are moving to the 3rd floor. I guess I'll head to the General Affairs Department now. General Affairs is in the corner of this floor. I was transferred at an unusual time of the year.
You've already finished the input? Wow, you are really outstanding.
Thank you. Wow, I'm really appreciated.
I'm so glad that he is here. I really didn't know what to do when they decided that this department is doing the year-end tax adjustments. We really didn't understand it, even with the training I had together with Yui. We were so worried, right, Noah? We were saved by Mr. Sato. How do you know so much about the tax adjustments?
When I was in college, I took exams for the bookkeeping qualifications, and I got along with the teacher. She taught me all the practical tips about general affairs.
Bookkeeping qualification? Are you qualified for the 3rd grade of bookkeeping?
No, the 1st grade.
1st grade?
Amazing! 1st grade of bookkeeping is so difficult to achieve.
You are?
Oh, I'm Nakajima from Human Resources. Our seats are not that close from General Affairs, but we're still on the same floor. Nice to meet you, Sato. We are counting on you.
Mr. Nakajima, how's the year-end tax adjustments going?
It's going very smoothly. Though I thought that General Affairs was going to have a hard time as it was such a sudden decision.
Yes, it's in the folder for each department.
Okay, so this is Sato's. How is his evaluation? What? I thought the person who evaluated this was...
Haha, we've gathered many promising salesperson with personnel replacements. I'm sure that we will achieve our goals.
Excuse me, Mr. Takei. I would like to talk to you.
What is it, Maeda? You sound out of breath.
Someone is coming.
Sato!
Oh, Mr. Takei.
Are you here for a change of address?
No, well... Haha, I was wondering how Sato was doing. Actually, one of the sales positions fell vacant and I was about to start recruiting.
Okay.
How about it, Sato? Is your engine up and running now?
Engine? What are you talking about?
Engine in your heart, of course. You've had it stopped for quite a long time, haven't you? So I thought it was about time the green light turned on with you being at the General Affairs desk. That's what I'm talking about.
What are you saying?
Mr. Takei, are you telling me that you want me back in the sales department? Why are you asking me? You should be the one deciding. So, do you want to come back to sales or not?
Okay then. I would like to stay here at General Affairs.
What?
Mr. Sato, really?
Yes, it feels rewarding to be here.
You wouldn't feel the fulfillment you felt in sales here with all the desk work, would you?
No, it's very fulfilling. I have always been better at office work than sales. So I feel that I'm being very useful for the first time since I joined this company. I worked hard at sales, but the results were not as good as I hoped. Now I'm very happy that I got transferred to General Affairs.
Mr. Sato is not just helping General Affairs, but everybody on this floor. He is also helping accounting and human resources, and is very appreciated. Yes, we need Mr. Sato here in General Affairs.
What? So you are not having difficulties?
Mr. Takei, Sato.
Oh,
Hi, Mr. Maeda. Mr. Takei, are you asking for Sato's help? Thank you. I haven't been asked for anything so far. Huh? I've told Mr. Takei that we need Sato's help. My experience in sales is not going well with Sato's clients.
Sato, you were helping jobs of other departments other than General Affairs. How about giving a hand with the sales as well?
I will do whatever necessary for the handoff of the job, but...
No, I'm asking if you can come back to sales temporarily.
Back to sales? I just got transferred here.
Listen, Sato, we can't lose any clients right now. It would be a huge loss for Tokimeki Systems. I wouldn't be able to report it to the president.
I thought your evaluation of me was very bad.
That's that. This is a whole different story. You heard the president telling us the company update, didn't you? We are planning to expand our business.
Mr. Sato, it seems like Mr. Takei is being very selfish.
Yeah, but I can't do anything that would be disadvantageous to the company. Okay, please let the HR know as soon as possible and...
Oh, that's not necessary. You can work as sales at the present position in general affairs.
Huh? Working as sales is a job for the people in the sales department. Are you not going to report it to HR?
Why would I need to report it?
Because it's against the regulations.
Is it more important than sales?
Please don't change the subject. You just need to report it properly.
If you make a big deal out of it, the motivation might drop as a whole, considering the company's profit.
Oh, no, I think you are obviously mistaken, so please consult us immediately.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Nakajima from Human Resources.
Human Resources? Why, I thought you were on lunch break.
Yes, many of the employees are not present now as if you aimed for it. But I'm on duty during lunch break, and I've been listening to the details via extension line.
The details? Extension line? What are you talking about?
I have been connecting the extension line, putting you on speaker.
What?
You know, this line has audio recording. The conversation is perfectly recorded, so we can listen to it at any time.
Thank you, Miss Yui. And Mr. Takei, it's no good going against the employment regulations.
The employment regulations?
Yes, it's stated that we should not neglect our duty to share information. The positions of employees are necessary information to HR. Please follow the regulations. I will report back to you about what you have consulted us.
Oh, yes. Of course. Ha ha ha.
And that's what I heard from the executive director. It's very disappointing to hear you try to go against the regulations.
Telling every detail about it like a telephone game?
So, Mr. Takei, is the sales going to be lower than expected?
No, we are not willing to lose any of our clients.
Sato, is it? You transferred him to general affairs, but I heard you were going to call him back to sales. Just please manage your subordinates carefully.
Excuse me, Mr. Abe.
Yes. He was one of my colleagues when I was working at the large equipment manufacturer before I started this business. He had been very successful at sales, and I asked him to join us expecting a lot from him. But that was 15 years ago.
And so, as you can see, we are very confident to offer you this security system.
I thought Mr. Takei is...
Yes, here you are.
Did you bring the detailed documents? As expected, I would like to talk to Mr. Sato before we make a contract.
We need to fulfill the requirement to bring Sato with us. Let's go to the General Affairs Department as soon as we get back to the office.
It's mortifying, but I guess we can't make an omelet without breaking eggs. If I don't achieve the results, there is no meaning in joining this company.
A week later, I attended the meeting at Day's construction company with them. Miss Nagisa, pleased to see you.
Huh? Wait a minute. Sato, do you know her?
Oh, yes, Miss Nagisa is. She was my teacher for bookkeeping in college. Miss Nagisa always taught me well with great care.
I had high hopes for you, because you were always plugging away studying. You have grown splendidly.
Oh? Ha ha ha. Well, I am very sorry that I didn't know about this. Why didn't you tell me earlier, Sato? You're going against the regulations as well.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, you kept a very important information from me. Miss Nagisa, we are so sorry. It's true the person in charge has changed. But even though we are not acquainted from before, we will take care of you with great care. So please don't worry about anything.
I think you are the one who is mistaken.
What?
It is true that Mr. Sato and I are old friends. However, that is not the reason to consider about the contract. I was convinced with his presentation. so I wanted to discuss in detail. If you cannot present me with the details that would convince me today, we are not going to proceed with business, even with Mr. Sato here.
Of course, Miss Nagisa. What would you like to know?
It's about page 28 of the documents I received from Mr. Maida. The numbers of the implementation cost simulation of the security system is different from that of Mr. Sato's documents.
Hold on. We've verified the data, but the numbers on Sato's documents are wrong.
Is that true? From my calculation, the numbers match Mr. Sato's data. That's why I thought I could trust in your company. If you are answering me without much consideration, I just don't feel comfortable.
Sato, you should have something to say about this.
Please wait a minute. What I presented was the supplementary material on which I calculated the electricity costs for the telecommunication equipment, in addition to the security system itself.
What? Why didn't you share this information?
I had approval to make this material. It was before Mr. Takei became chief of sales. And I have shared the information. I already told you about this.
What Mr. Sato has presented is something that is not usually included in the calculation. He intentionally told me about these disadvantageous numbers. This may be unskillful for a salesperson, but for me, it revealed the fact that the product is very good in quality. Above all, I thought I can test Mr. Sato. That's the reason for the decision to make contract. However, if I were not to receive sincere answers from you, the moment he is off this deal, I cannot help but to reconsider about the contract.
Wait, please. There definitely will not be any mistakes like this from now on. If you prefer Sato as the person in charge, he will be in charge continuously. Please, Miss Nagisa.
I am not making a decision out of your enthusiasm. What do you say, Mr. Sato? Is what Mr. Takei saying going to happen?
Well, no. However, one thing that is certain is that this security system's biggest advantage is the continuous updates. That's why we need to meet all of the expectations of our clients, no matter who is in charge. We established a stable system for updates. We will continue to strengthen the alignments. So would you please consider again about our contract?
Is this the truth?
Yes, I will definitely make the handoff carefully and properly, just like when you taught me bookkeeping.
Okay. Instead of an insincere promise to be the person in charge forever, this is a much more fundamental approach to the problem. Let's continue on with the business consideration. Mr. Maida, I will be expecting a more sincere support from now on.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Phew.
By the way, is there a reason why Mr. Sato left the position?
Well...
He isn't leaving the company, is he? Was he promoted?
I'm now in General Affairs Department.
General Affairs?
Yes. I try to make progress wherever I'm at.
You were good at office work back then, too. Mr. Sato, welcome back. How was the contract?
They are considering to move forward with the contract.
Oh, so good to hear.
So, Sato, I need you to make the documents for the handoff as soon as possible. When you are done with that, you can finally spend the rest of your life at General Affairs as you desired.
I'm not going to let that pass, Mr. Takei.
Huh? President?
We conduct an intention survey to all the employees once every year.
It's just a figure of speech, sir. Anyways, the contract with Day's construction company is going well. It couldn't have been done without me being there, just as I suspected.
Oh, I've already heard about it from Miss Nagisa.
What? Miss Nagisa?
I was acquainted with her recently at a seminar. According to her, she would like to have someone honest and sincere like Sato to be the person in charge.
What? As a matter of fact, this all happened due to the lack of smooth handoff from Sato.
Ugh. Wait a minute, please. The handover period was only a week. I heard that Mr. Sato was scrambling until the last minute because of the untimely transfer.
Mr. Sato, you must be well liked in the General Affairs Department.
Huh?
It's not just the General Affairs Department. I've heard good things about you from departments all over the place. I have high expectations for you in the future.
Thank you very much.
But as for you, I thought you would do much better. I'm very disappointed.
What? There may have been a slip-up, but it's such a minor mistake.
Please, have a look through this.
What is this? Letter of apology? Why? And why are there 2 copies?
One is for not reporting to the human resources. The other one is for not taking the performance appraisal seriously.
Performance appraisal?
The appraisal form for the sales department prepared by Mr. Takei was inadequate in terms of content.
Oh, hi, Mr. Nakajima.
Mr. Takei was evaluating employees based solely on his prejudiced ideas. The checklist was not reflected in the form, and it lacked in objectivity and fairness.
It came into light when Mr. Sato came to this floor.
Could it be that Mr. Sato was transferred at this unusual time of the year because...
Mr. Takei, what on earth did you write about? This is a business matter that concerns the future of the company and its employees.
The fact that a manager cannot properly evaluate their employees is something that cannot be overlooked.
And he has received disciplinary actions repeatedly.
I am sorry, but I have doubts about entrusting you with an important position.
No, wait a minute. What about the board position you said you'd consider when I joined this company?
You're worried about your post under these circumstances?
Of course I do. It's very important for me. If I don't get the post, there was no point in leaving the previous company. The reason I offered Sato's transfer was to bring better results, though it didn't work out as I had hoped. I was thinking about the ways to benefit the company too. Don't you think so, Abe? Aren't we friends?
Well, we were friends. However, you can't deny the fact that you went against the regulations. If you're looking for a post, you'd better look for a place that suits your outstanding self.
Mr. Takei, you thought so lightly of everyone's treatment, but I can't believe you became so mournful about it when it's about your own. I'm pretty sure you should reflect on that. Thus, Mr. Takei received a pay cut, and losing his post, he voluntarily resigned from the company. He's looking for a job, but seems like he's having a hard time finding any leads. And as for myself...
In celebrating Mr. Sato's promotion and...
Cheers! I'm blessed with great colleagues and am working very hard every day. Thanks for watching till the end.
Please subscribe to our channel